Welcome, everyone, to the 2002 Cape Cod Rendezvous, coming to you from beautiful Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Hi, everyone. This is Vince Lipari on behalf of Jeff Girardi and the rest of the Freeze Frame Video production crew. This is the third stop on the APBA Pro Series Tour. We have already had great racing in Daytona and Marathon, Florida. Nearly 70 competitors in all in this event. Now, Massachusetts is no stranger to offshore powerboat racing. We have been here many years ago in Plymouth, but this is the first time that powerboat racing has come to the town of Yarmouth here in Cape Cod. Now, this was scheduled to be 2 days of racing, but because of the inclement weather, it was shortened to 1 day, where all the boats raced in that 1 day. Now, we've already had races 1 and 2. On this tape, we're going to have race number 3, the finale. Now, the winners in races 1 and 2 include, first off, in Super V Light Twin, Lucas Oil getting the checkered flag. In Factory 2, Team Donzi. In Factory 1, Activator. And in Super V Light Single, it was Solar Rod. Those were your winners in races 1 and 2. Now, the APBA officials, which of course are very important in making this APBA season a successful one, include Michael Allweiss, the CEO of the APBA. President and COO is Mr. Martin Sanborn. Executive Administrator Lynn Eason. Safety Director Jim Poplin. Chief Inspector Paula Brew. Chief Referee Mike Tomlinson. Chief Scorer Dee Kimes. Director of Race Communications Jim Feldman. And the Homologation Director Drew Korn. Those are your APBA offshore officials. Sponsors for this event, and there are many. We'll give you some. First off, Mercury Racing, Volvo Penta, Tommy Bahama, Formula Racing, Reindl Powerboats, Sunoco Racing Fuels, BioClean Products. We also have World Champion Cigarette Race Team, Sterling Performance, Snap-on Talk and Tools, Freeze Frame Video Productions, Speed Channel, and many, many more. Now, as we said, we already had great racing in Marathon and Daytona. A busy schedule for the APBA throughout the whole year. After Cape Cod, we'll be going to Savannah, Georgia on July 3rd. On July 26th, we'll be Cleveland, Ohio. On August 16th, we'll go to Corpus Christi, Texas. And September 20th, Atlantic City, New Jersey. And then the National Championships will be in St. Petersburg, Florida on October 18th. The World Championships will be in Key West on November 18th. Now your competitors for race number 3, the finale here in Cape Cod. First off, we've got Supercat, Drambuie on Ice, and WHM Motorsports, DeSantis Chevrolet, Tommy Bahama, and Hidden Agenda. Now, very interesting here between Drambuie and WHM Motorsports and the national point standings. They are tied at this moment because in Daytona, Drambuie came in first, WHM in second. They reversed that order in Marathon, Florida, so they are vying for first place in the national point standings here today, Drambuie and WHM Motorsports. In addition, we've got Team Virgin and Spirit of Puerto Rico who are not here today. So, of course, these two teams will be going all alone for first place in the national point standings. All right, Supercat Light Inboard, it's in motion again. How sweet it is, and Dirty Duck. In Supercat Light Outboard Triple, it's Snake Man Racing and Critical Lift. In the Outboard Twin category, it's Zero Patience. In Super V, we've got Media Master, Nick Carter Racing, and Phoenix Waste. Now, in Super V, Media Master and Nick Carter Racing will be vying for the national point standing because Media Master is currently in first place, Nick Carter in second, so there'll be a battle there as well. So those are your competitors for race number 3 here in Cape Cod. Now, Freeze Frame Video Productions is providing 18 onboard cameras for you in this event. And today we've got a camera on board Tommy Bahama, 2 on Hidden Agenda, 1 on WHM Motorsports, 2 on Drambuie on Ice, 1 on Dirty Duck, and another on How Sweet It Is, and 1 on In Motion. There is In Motion right there, and another onboard camera on Nick Carter. Of course, Freeze Frame Productions providing the races on DVD as well as the VHS format for all the present races and past races as well. So there you have it. Coming up, the third race, the finale here at the Cape Cod Rendezvous in just a short time. In the meantime, we'll go around the dry pit area and look at some of these big, beautiful machines. All right, very shortly, we will be airborne to bring you this final race here at the Cape Cod Rendezvous. Third stop on the APBA Pro Series Tour. All right, as you can see now, we are airborne. The boats are beginning to line up, spread out, following the pace boat. Water conditions are still rough as they were this morning for races 1 and 2, and they continue to be. So we've got some highly competitive racing in store here in race number 3, where we will have the Super Cat, the Super V, and the Super Cat Light classes. And we've got a green flag now in race number 3 here at the Cape Cod Rendezvous in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. And shot right out of Canada's Drambuie on ice, followed by WHM Motorsports, DeSantis Chevrolet, Tommy Bahama. Drambuie on ice on the far outside in the lead in the early moments of this race. WHM, DeSantis, and Tommy Bahama right there in the mix, following right behind Drambuie on ice. On the inside now, coming up is Hidden Agenda. Hidden Agenda coming into the picture with Tommy Bahama, DeSantis, WHM on the far outside is Drambuie on ice. Hidden Agenda on the inside, picking up some room. Jamie Jones and Chris Carmody on board Hidden Agenda on the inside. And as the competitors go around the first turn, we got rough water here in Cape Cod. Uh-oh, there is WHM taking a big wave. Nice jump there, no problem. So there you have it. Let's go on board now, Hidden Agenda.
Slow down, we're passing the pace boat.
Okay. Stay Tommy Bahama. Okay, watch that flag. You
It's yellow, it's yellow. We're still ahead of the pace boat, slow down.
Okay.
They're not gonna let us go. Green, there it is, let's go. We're way out in the middle of nowhere.
Jamie Jones at the wheel. Chris Carmody on front.
Hell's the buoy. We just broke.
Yep.
We just broke a drive. Son of a bitch.
All right, let's go on board now. Drambuie on ice at the start. Gary Montano and Randy Hartman, the owners of Drambuie on ice, 40-foot skater. The driver, John Templeton. Drambuie top WHM Motorsports, the natural points there. Let's listen. Rough waters here in Cape Cod. Rear shot on board Drambuie on ice. WHM there on the right side, WHM Motorsports. Some of those competitors you see behind there include, of course, WHM, DeSantis, and Tommy Bahama. On board Tommy Bahama now at Paul and Mark Nemshoff. This boat has had its problems throughout the year, but is running very well right now. Graham buoy on ice up ahead there on the right side. And WHM Motorsports coming by. A little spray. And DeSantis Chevrolet on the left. There's that big jump from WHM Motorsports on the left side. Rough waters here in Cape Cod. Back to our helicopter shot now. There's WHM, DeSantis, and also coming up now is Hidden Agenda on the inside. Hidden Agenda with Jamin Jones and Chris Carmody. There you just saw there is WHM on the far outside. Strambui on ice. Tommy Bahama's back there as well. Round the turn, there's that jump by WHM once again. Just a tremendous jump. Everyone off to a great start here in race number 3 of the Cape Cod Rendezvous. Hidden Agenda slowing down on the inside. Strambui, WHM, and DeSantis 1, 2, and 3. Tommy Bahama is in 4th there on the outside. Battle going on between Tommy Bahama and DeSantis Chevrolet. DeSantis is in 4th place right now. Tommy Bahama moving into 3rd. There's WHM Motorsports in 3rd place. Tommy Bahama moves into 2nd. WHM Motorsports with Bill Moff and Joey Impression. It's a skater, Mercury powered. WHM Motorsports took a 2nd place in Daytona and 1st place in Marathon, Florida. Running well today. Strambui on ice up ahead, and of course Tommy Bahama. So it's Strambui, Tommy Bahama, WHM, and DeSantis. WHM Motorsports would like to thank everyone over at Mercury Marine, of course, WHM powered by Mercury. There's Tommy Bahama on the inside. Tommy Bahama in 2nd, Strambui on ice in 1st. Tommy Bahama, Paul Nemshoff, the driver, Mark Nemshoff, the throttle man, the 40-foot MTI, powered by a pair of Nemshoff Canry engines. Let's listen. WHM and Tommy Bahama here in a battle for 2nd place. Strambui still your leader. There is Drambuie as we go around the turn, look upfield. And WHM not far behind on the outside. And there you see DeSanta Chevrolet right behind as well. Here we have a Marine Technology hull running against a 40-foot skater here, the third stop of the APBA Pro Series Tour. Tommy Bahama and WHM. Drambuie on ice there up ahead in first place, continuing. WHM and Tommy Bahama. Great battle going on here in race number 3 in the Super Cat. Tommy Bahama and WHM battling for second place. On board Tommy Bahama with a front view. Paul and Mark Nemshaw. There's WHM Motorsports on the right side in second place with Drambuie up ahead. Your leader, Tommy Bahama, in third. WHM Motorsports with Bill Moff and Joey Impression in second place. Round the turn. We're going to go with the leader in just a moment. Drambuie on ice. 40-foot skater. Leader in Super Cat. All right, there is Drambuie on ice. Your leader in Super Cat here at Cape Cod Rendezvous. Race number 3. As we approach, get a little bit closer. Hugh Fuller and John Tomlinson aboard. Hugh Fuller, the driver. John Tomlinson, the throttle man. In first place. All right, Drambuie now. Drambuie and Ice going around the turn, running into some traffic with Snake Man Racing and Phoenix Waste going on the outside part of the turn. Slowing down a bit because of that. There is Snake Man Racing and Phoenix Waste. Drambuie on Ice, we said, is a 40-foot skater. Hugh Fuller and John Tomlinson aboard. The owners are Gary Montano and Randy Hartman. Drambuie on Ice, your world and national champions in Supercat. Took first place in Daytona, second place in Marathon. And they are tied right now with WHM Motorsports for first place in the national point standing. So this is an important race for both teams. Now, John Tomlinson was aboard Bacardi Silver in race number 1 this morning, so he is very familiar with this course. And, of course, the bumpy water conditions, so he has a slight advantage over some of the other competitors. In first place, Drambuie on Ice in Supercat. John Tomlinson, of course, the owner of TNT Custom Marine. Nice throttling there by John Tomlinson. He's out of Miami, Florida. Just listen to those Sterling inboards. There's Dirty Duck on the inside. As you can see, a lot of backlit situations today because it is late in the day and the sun is beginning to go down. Late in the afternoon. But Drambuie on Ice, your leader right now in Supercat, has led right from the beginning. Let's go on board. Hugh Fuller at the wheel. See, we're looking right into the sun. Back shot on board Drambuie on Ice. Powered by Sterling. Drambuie on Ice. Two 750 horsepower Sterling inboards. That's why Freeze Frame Video likes to provide those onboard cameras for you, of course, as well as the sound. You can listen to the throttling action there by the engine, and of course the throttle man. And those onboard cameras put you right in the boat, as you can see. A front shot as well as a rear shot. Close-up view of the action. Vector helicopter shot, tram buoy on ice. 40-foot skater in first place in Super Cat. There's emotion up ahead, in motion. There's In Motion on the outside in second place in Super Cat Flight. How Sweet It Is leads in that class. In Motion with Jerry Sorrentino and Joey Gratton. .36-foot skater, Mercury powered. In Motion. In Motion took a first place in Marathon, fourth place in Daytona. And right now in the national point standings, it is tied with How Sweet It Is in Super Cat Light in first place. Nice jump there by In Motion. Jerry Sorrentino, the owner of this 36-foot skater. Two 500-horsepower Mercury inboards. Driver Jerry Sorrentino is from Stevenson Ranch, California. Joey Gratton, the throttle man, is from Sarasota, Florida. Special thanks to John from Offshore Solutions for the maintenance on this boat. Top of the pack, In Motion. Going around the turn. Now, some of the other competitors in this class include Dirty Duck and How Sweet It Is. How Sweet It Is, your current leader in Super Cat Light. On board In Motion, let's listen in.
No, yeah. You ready? We're gonna be all over the place here. Try to chop these early, take off some time, man.
Rough waters.
Turn it, turn it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, turn right, there we go. You're always playing with those damn things, aren't you? All right, start turning here. Keep it straight now. Easy, easy. Yep.
In Motion again. motion again in second place, and Super Cat Lighthouse Sweet It is your leader. Here at the Cape Cod Rendezvous, third stop of the APBA Pro Series Tour. Freeze Frame Video Productions, of course, providing all races on DVD format as well as VHS. All right, there up ahead, you see Drab Buoy on Ice, your leader in Super Cat, and your leader in Super Cat Light. It's How Sweet It Is with Brent Leach and John Peterson. 36-foot Eliminator. How Sweet It Is. Took a first place in Daytona, first place in Daytona Super Cat Light, and a first place in Daytona in P1 class. Also a third in Marathon. Currently tied with In Motion again in Super Cat Light for first place. There goes a piece of the boat off How Sweet It Is. As we said, rough waters here in Cape Cod. Brent Leach, the driver, John Peterson, the throttle man. They're both from California. Powered by Merc Cruiser, two 500 horsepower inboards. How Sweet It Is in first place in Super Cat Light. On board, How Sweet It Is at the start. How Sweet It Is in first place. There you see that piece of the boat flying off because of the bumpy waters. WHM Motorsports on the outside in second place in Super Cat behind Drambuie on ice. Tommy Bahama on the right side. WHM Motorsports still in a great battle for first place with Drambuie on ice. Right now, WHM in second place. WHM powered by Mercury. 40-foot skate. WHM Motorsports tied for first place with Drambuie on ice in the national point standings, coming off a checkered flag in Marathon, Florida. WHM. There's DeSantis Chevrolet and Super Cat. DeSantis Chevrolet, it's a skater. Danny DeSantis, the driver. Charlie Haynes, the throttle man. Danny from Brockton, Massachusetts. He's a local guy. And Charlie from Weston, Florida. This boat is powered by two 750 horsepowered Ilmore racing engines. DeSantis Chevrolet. Racing team electric tank Rick and Steve from Competitive Edge Marine. Charlie Haynes on throttle doing a fine job. Other competitors in Super Cat, of course, Drambuie, WHM Motorsports, and Tommy Bahama. Hidden Agenda out of the race. This is the third and final race of this event here at Cape Cod, the Cape Cod Rendezvous. We had races 1 and 2, and the water conditions have remained bumpy. They were this morning for races 1 and 2 and continue to be this afternoon. A lot of flying going on here among these big boats. Of course, after this event, we go to Savannah, Georgia, as we continue this APBA Pro Series Tour. We'll go to Savannah on July 3rd, to Cleveland, Ohio on July 26th. On August 16th, we'll be in Corpus Christi, Texas. Then on September 20th, Atlantic City, New Jersey. The national championships for the APBA will be on October 18th. They'll start then in St. Petersburg. World Championships in Key West beginning on November 18th. And of course, Freeze Frame Video Productions will be to all of those events. Of course, we're proud to be a part of the APBA Pro Series Tour. The Santa Chevrolet in fourth place right now in Super Cat. Trample, your leader, followed by WHM and Tommy Bahama in third. In Super Cat, light outboard is Critical Lift. 36-foot skater Ted Zoli is the driver. Gary Ballou is a throttleman, powered by 3 2.5 EFIs. Took a third in Marathon, a second in Daytona. Currently in third place in the national point standings. Critical Lift. Critical Lift slowing down. There's the Santa Chevrolet come up. DeSantis with Kenny DeSantis and Charlie Haynes. Critical Lift on the outside. There is How Sweet It Is coming up now. How Sweet It Is. Brent Leach and John Peterson, driver and throttleman on board How Sweet It Is. There's Critical Lift on the outside. There is a Phoenix Waste with John Julian and Rich Strofolino. Phoenix Waste, a 36-foot activator in Super V. Powered by a pair of R-Stuff inboards. John Julians and Rich Strofolino. They're from Connecticut, Stanford, Connecticut to be exact. Rich Strofolino, the owner of this 38-foot activator. There's In Motion on the outside, gotten by How Sweet It Is. Currently now in motion in first place in Super Cat Light. There's Media Master coming up. Media Master with Matt Beck and Greg Quirk. Right behind is Nick Carter Racing. Big jump for Nick Carter Racing with Steve Oropesa and Lee Murray. Nick Carter Racing, a 40-foot fountain. Media Master, 37-foot outer limits. As we approach Media Master, we can tell you Matt Beck is the driver, Greg Quirk is the throttleman. Matt from Smithtown, New York. Greg from Holbrook, New York, both Long Islanders. 37-foot outer limits, Mercury powered. 2 750 horsepower Mercury inboards. The blue boat there on the inside is Nick Carter Racing. Big battle going on here in Super V. Nick Carter Racing, a 40-foot fountain with Steve Oropesa and Lee Murray. Two 800 horsepower Mercury inboards powering Nick Carter Racing. Bob Carter is the owner. Media Master took a first place in Marathon, a second place in Daytona, and is currently in first place in the national point standings. Media Master up ahead there. In second is Nick Carter Racing, battle in Super V. Nick Carter took a first in Daytona, third in Marathon, and is currently in second place in the national point standings. Battle in Super V. Let's listen. Tremendous racing here between these two boats. Nick Carter Racing and Media Master in Super V. Both Mercury powered, one in outer limits, one a fountain. National point standings could be affected here as well. Around the turn. Media Master first, Nick Carter in second. Third and final race here in Cape Cod Rendezvous. Media Master would like to give a special thanks to MRD for their special help and assistance. MRD located on Long Island. On the inside coming up, we've got Nick Carter Racing. And the battle continues. Nick Carter now picks up some room. Door-to-door racing going on between these two boats. Nick Carter Racing making a run here. They're just about tied. Dead even. Just a battle going on. Let's listen to those engines. Mercury powered. This is the same sort of battle they had back in Daytona here between Media Master and Nick Carter Racing. Just door-to-door racing, just highly competitive from the start to finish. And Nick Carter won that race in Daytona, with Media Master coming in second. Let's go on board Nick Carter Racing. Great driving there by Mr. Steve Oropeza from Key West. Battleman Lee Murray is also from Key West, Florida. Rough waters here in Cape Cod. Third and final race of this Cape Cod Rendezvous. Now, one thing we forgot to mention is that they are running a storm course because of the weather conditions, the rough waters. So this race, basically, the course has been cut in half. The excitement, though, hasn't been cut in half in this third and final race here at the Cape Cod Rendezvous. Highly competitive racing going on right now in Super V between Nick Carter Racing and Media Master. Vector helicopter shot. There's Nick Carter on the inside, Media Master on the outside. Again, the battle continues for first place in Super V. Nick Carter Racing and Media Master. They're going to go down to finish like this. Around the turn. Media Master first. Again, this seems to be a repeat of their Daytona duel. This time, Media Master's in front. There's Phoenix Waste and Super V, a 38-foot activator. John Julians and Rich Strofolino, driver and throttleman. They're from Stamford, Connecticut. This boat is powered by two 700 horsepower R stuff inboards. Phoenix Waste in third place right now in Super V. Rich Strofolino on throttle. There's Snake Man Racing up ahead as we look upfield. Snake Man Racing first in class. And Zero Patience coming up. Zero Patience also first in class. Super Cat Light outboard twin. Zero Patience. 30-foot motion. Troy Wood is the driver. John Trotto is the throttleman from Massachusetts. Troy from Marston Mills, Mass. And John from Hyannis. Boat powered by two Mercury 2.5 EFIs. John Trotto, the owner of Zero Patience. Currently in first place in Super Cat Light outboard twin. Nice jump there by Zero Patience. Race number 3 here at Cape Cod Rendezvous, winding down now as we have a handful of boats left. Of course, this is a shortened storm course because of the weather. Of course, very bumpy weather conditions, water conditions. And looking up ahead, there we have Snake Man Racing. Snake Man Racing. 36-foot skater, Mercury powered. John Robinson, the driver and owner. Paul Whittier, the throttle man. powered by three 2.5 EFIs. Took a second place in Marathon, third in Daytona. Currently in second place in the national point standings. Snake Man Racing. Snake Man Racing in first place in Supercat Light Outboard Triple class. Now, we have heard over the radio there's been some sort of incident between WHM Motorsports and Media Master. Both boats were running very well in class. Once again, an incident between WHM and Media Master. We'll find out more about that in a moment. All right, let's go with Dirty Duck now in Supercat Light Inboard. Dirty Duck, we got Slug Hefner, the driver, Alvin Heatman, the throttle man. They're both from Missouri. Slug from Poplar Bluff, Alvin from Wildwood, Missouri. Now we're going to go on board Dirty Duck. We're going to see that incident between WHM Motorsports and Media Master. Media Master should be on the left, and WHM will be coming up on the right side. On board Dirty Duck, 38-foot MTI. Bumpy waters. There's Media Master coming up now on the left side. And there's WHM on the right. And apparently here you see some sort of collision has occurred as WHM veers to the right side. Some sort of collision between WHM and Dirty Duck. Let's see it again. WHM on the right side, Media Master on the left. And there you see WHM spin around. Some sort of collision between the two boats. All right, this race is almost history, so we're going to start taking some of these boats to the finish line. We're going to start off, first off, with Drambuie on Ice, which is in first place in Supercat. Hugh Fuller and John Tomlinson on board Drambuie on Ice. Drambuie on Ice has led from the very beginning and now is ready to take the checkered flag as it goes down to the finish line. Slowing down, Drambuie on Ice crosses the finish line in first place in Supercat. Fuller at the wheel. All right, Hugh Fuller and John Tomlinson congratulate each other after crossing the finish line, getting the checkered flag in Super Cat. Great run by this 40-foot skater. On board now, Nick Carter Racing. Nick Carter Racing with Steve Oropesa at the wheel, Lee Murray on throttle. Now, we believe that Nick Carter Racing passed Media Master, moving into first place before Media Master had that incident with WHM Motorsports. So Nick Carter Racing in first place right now in Super V. Nick Carter Racing slowing down, getting the checkered flag in Super V. Onboard In Motion Racing.
That's it. I'm making the right turn right here. Yeah, hold on. We get
Number one. Let's listen.
That's it, baby. That's it. Cut her down. Cut her back. Good job, Jerry, baby. Yeah, baby. Good job. That was a bumpy ass race. Oh. Holy mackerel. Yeah. I'm telling you. You know what? We could have bumped it up a little if we had to.
Oh, we did. We just caught him up, then man, I started smelling drive oil. That's why I went up.
You know what the smell is now, huh?
Oh, yeah. I'm figuring this stuff out.
Emotion Racing, Jerry Sorrentino and Joey Gratton in first place. And Super Cat Light inboard. You just heard them. Just crossed the finish line, and that is it. The end of race number 3 here at the Cape Cod Rendezvous. There is Media Master we just saw. We don't see any damage on Media Master. Must be on the other side. There's Drambuie on Ice, your winner in Super Cat. Hugh Fuller and John Tomlinson. Drambuie on Ice, a checkered flag for Super Cat. And stays in first place in the national point standings. Drambuie on Ice. There's In-Motion Racing, as we said, got a checkered flag and Super Cat Light inboard. Jerry Sorrentino and Joey Gratton waving the checkered flag. There's the Pace Boat with checkered flag, signaling that the race is over. Only one incident, that involving WHM Motorsports and Media Master. As far as we know, everyone is okay. Of course, it was a shortened storm course. And it is now over here in race number 3. Very shortly, we'll have the final results for you here in race number 3. There is Nick Carter Racing. Nick Carter Racing, of course, your winner in Super V. Lee Murray there on the bow of the boat. Nick Carter Racing, checkered flag. Steve Oropesa, the driver. There he goes, getting the checkered flag. Lee Murray waving it proudly in first place in Super V, Nick Carter Racing. And that is it for race number 3 here at Cape Cod Rendezvous. There you see beautiful Cape Cod. Some of the spectators who watched this event, which was shortened to a one-day event because of the inclement weather. All 3 races occurred today. This Sunday, we had races 1 and 2 this morning, race number 3 this afternoon. Freeze Frame Video Production, certainly proud to be a part of it. Great racing here in Cape Cod. Only one incident that we know of, and that was between WHM Motorsports and Media Master. Very shortly, we'll have the final results for you. Rough waters all day today, making for highly competitive racing. Some of the homes there on the beach, on the shore here in Cape Cod. Town of Yarmouth. Okay, let's go with the winners now. Super Cat class. We've got Drambuie on Ice in first place. We just saw a little while ago. Tommy Bahama in second. And WHM Motorsports falling to third place. Drambuie on Ice remains in first place in the national point standings in Super Cat, getting the checkered flag today. And Super Cat Light inboard in motion again in first, followed by How Sweet It Is and Dirty Duck in third, in motion again in first place in Super Cat Light inboard. In Super Cat Light outboard, Snake Man Racing getting the checkered flag. Critical Lift in second. Snake Man coming out on top in Super Cat Light outboard. Zero Patience took a first place in the Super Cat Light Twin outboard. In Super V class, Nick Carter Racing in first, followed by Media Master. Of course, had an incident with WHM. And Phoenix Waste in third place. Nick Carter Racing, your winner in Super V. And those are your final results for race number 3. All right, now let's give you the national point standings for the respective classes. First off, in Super Cat, Drambuie on Ice stays on top, followed by WHM Motorsports. They were tied, but now Drambuie has first place all by itself. In third place, it's Tommy Bahama and Hidden Agenda in fourth in the national point standings in Super Cat. In Super Cat inboard, it's In Motion again in first place, followed by How Sweet It Is and Dirty Duck. In Super V, Nick Carter Racing on top in first place, followed by Media Master in second. And in Super Cat outboard, it's Snake Man Racing with a substantial lead over Critical Lift. And that is it. Those are your national point standings for their respective classes. Great racing, highly competitive racing today. Only one incident, and that was between Media Master and WHM Motorsports, but no problems with the crew concerned there. Before we go, there are a few people that we want to thank. First off, the entire staff of the APBA for orchestrating a fine event. Our special thanks to Gary and Nancy Johnson for their fine camera work. Also, a special thanks to our helicopter pilot, Mr. Ray Newcomb from JBI Helicopter. We're doing a great job. Also, a very special thank you to Eve Brinker for her help. So, this is Vince Lipari wishing you a fond farewell from Cape Cod, Massachusetts, hoping to see you at the fourth stop of the APBA Pro Series Tour in Savannah, Georgia. Bye, everyone.